Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to do a quick little fun mindless project decorating this mail piece of an envelope that I got in the mail today. I really like the windows. So I just folded it in half and we're going to do some collaging and make a couple of journal cards to fit in the pockets and kind of bling it up here and there. I'm going to get a signature together of papers and I'm going to sew them in here. Not all today, but today I thought we'd decorate the envelope together with these papers that I need to use up that I have on hand. But first I also wanted to show you what I spent the morning doing. Not really intentionally, but it ended up, you know how that goes. When you walk into your craft room, you pick out some of your papers that you think you're going to work with, and the next thing you know it, you've just spent 2 hours doing something completely different, which is what I did. Now that said, I ended up creating a lot of journaling ephemera pieces that I'm going to be using and I'm excited about. But just look at the images on this beautiful kit. I don't know if it's the entire kit because I have a box full of extras that I'm trying to use up, and these were part of the box today, so it probably isn't the full kit. I'm going to link this gal in the description box from Paper Daisy Journals. I'm sure many of you know who she is. She just does stellar work. So I took some of the pages and I created some ephemera pieces. So here we just cut this down to, it's going to actually, originally it was for this envelope because it's going to go in here, was going to go in here, but ended up doing something different as far as the image behind the window, and now I don't think this whole outfit will work as well. So that said, I wanted to show you what I did with them, and I backed these pieces with my copy dyed papers, and then I took this. I have so many, as you know, so many file folders. My husband's an accountant, I've mentioned that many times, and so I have so many file folders that I like to use up in different ways, whether it's journals or inserts. But I also like to back my journaling cards and tags with the file folder as well, because I think they create a nice sturdy card, number one, but number two, just a nice smooth writing space. Just options. You can stamp, you can do all kinds of things on the backs of these, so use them as pockets, and they make sturdy pockets. Like, how pretty is this if it were to be a pocket? Anyhow, I don't want to waste too much time doing that. So I just ended up taking a pile of different images and I glued them onto the file folder and I cut around each image, creating a whole bunch of journaling cards. Now these images here are Angela Kerr. She has also a beautiful kit where she made doily printables and whatnot. So I did some of her cutting because like I said, I have a whole pile of different types of papers I'm trying to use up. So here I made a journaling card and I cut this. When you're working with file folder and you're cutting around different shapes, you can create your own tabs very easily. I was cutting along. And instead of going all the way up the card, I just angled my scissors and I made a tab. How cute is that? So don't be afraid to do that with your file folders, gals and gentlemen. There's so many different variations you can make with your file folders. But anyhow, so these are the journaling cards, tags, these cute little, well, see here, it looks like a little filing file card, but it's because I cut a little tab out of the folder. Now these were ready-made little what do you call these? I guess little file folder cards. These are Pink Monarch prints. Like, I have so many different printables in my buckets of stuff that I can't always remember who did what, but I just thought I'd show you quickly what kind of ephemera you can make using your file folders. So that's that. I'm going to set this aside for now. The other thing too I got sidetracked doing is I went through my list of different artists who I have printables from, did some printing, and I just love my porch prints as well, and this is one of her kits. script kits, script floral kits. And I I printed a bunch of these sheets, and I thought, you know what? These are crying out to be made into a journal. So I folded them over, added some paper. I'm just starting this project. It's way in the early stages, but these are now going to be signatures. Aren't they beautiful? That'll be a fun one to work on. So yeah, a little bit of sidetrack happening today, but today, for now, I also want to do a little bit of a project with you guys. So let's do this. So yeah, I cut the envelope open this way, and I just glued down a piece of the French document card. Now what I want to do is I want to glue along the top and bottom to create the pocket for a journaling card. This is just going to be just a fun video of how to use your junk mail up. Now, we don't shoot for perfection either. We shoot for enjoying yourself while you craft. All right, so I'll show you the like how a card will work. So there, you can just make a card the same size as the slot, or a little smaller, or whatever you want to do. Put a little tab on the pull so you know that it's a journaling card and you can pull it out easily. But like I said, this was going to be part of the pattern that I was using, but now I've changed my mind. So let's go for some of this. We're just going to tear and glue. I think I'll use my ruler though. This is all guesstimating here, because for me that's all part of the fun. I don't want it to be too, I don't want it to cover the window too much, but I also like to leave pieces of the envelope. So let's do it about here. And then I'm going to angle it down. About here should do it, I guess. Well, we'll find out. All right, so that's going to be our first piece to glue down. Or should we do it this way? Now we can change our mind here. Maybe we'll do it this way. I do like writing scripts and stuff to go in all different sorts of directions. But let's do it this way for starters. So we're going to glue it up. What you guys working on today? There's so many different channels to watch, and actually all morning had different people in the background on YouTube as I worked away. I listened to podcasts, I listened to other junk journalers. Of course, don't we all like to glean from one another's ideas? Okay, so that's one piece down. I'm going to ink it after, so I'm not going to worry too much about it right now. Let's see. See, here are different various pieces that I'm going to use. A lot of them are going to be very scripty, if you will. Let's see. What should we do here? Should we do some polka dots? Why not? way. What I like about collaging is you don't have to put too much thought into it. Of course, it depends on what kind of collaging you're setting out to do. If it's just a tear it and glue it wherever, then that's one way. But there is sometimes projects where we can put some thought into it. And this is not one of them. All right, let's see. Oh, I need some contrasting colors. So I like this. I like this piece right here. So I'm not sure how it wasn't torn too well. See, I don't want to cover too much of these windows. It's the whole reason that I wanted to decorate this envelope. Okay, you know what? Let's tear it with this ruler. Sometimes it's really hard to tear cardstock, heavier cardstock, which is what this is. Kind of liking this. I even like this here because it's going to ink up really nicely. So I'm going to leave it. And I'm not doing a very good job turning the script in different directions, but I've got time yet. Lots of time yet. And see, any of the white that you would otherwise want to cover up, that's where the ink comes in. Let's do a little inking and I'll show you what I mean. For some of you new journalers out there, these are some little ideas that hopefully can help you out. So for example, see how that stands out? I'm going to get rid of those. I put them away. A little ink goes a long way. Don't really need to ink that. It's probably going to be covered here. But see, that just sort of highlights it, makes it pop a bit. All right, so let's see. We got to cover this little area here. Let's do a little bit more of the polka dot paper. Came from some paper pad of mine. I don't remember. Or maybe I picked some single sheets up at the thrift store, which could very well be the case. I'll do it this way. And we'll angle it in. If I wasn't doing a video, I would be inking these individual pieces, but honestly, I'm not a huge fan of inking on camera, so I feel like it's like watching paint dry. Though I did just ink, but I did it the quick way. So see how this is kind of coming along there? Not thinking a whole lot before I'm tearing up stuff. Let's see, what else do we want? Let's put some script in a different direction, or maybe we want those beautiful stamp pieces. Definitely, at least, let's see. They're a little too big to... Actually, I like this up here. Let's do that. Okay. Nothing's going sideways or upside down, but that's okay too. Kind of liking that. How far do I want this to go? Okay, perfect. Sometimes it's nice not to start a huge project. Like a big journal, I have 3 on the go currently, but I'm just taking a break and doing something a little bit different. I just, every once in a while, I just love to use up my junk mail. And this is a day that's what's happening. Okay, so, isn't that kind of cool? Let's do something not so, I need a little bit of, oh, that's nice too. Actually, this, I could cut it down, but it might make a really nice journal card in the window. A little bit busy. Anyways, I think what I'll do is I'm going to maybe add a little brown right there. Okay, let's do that. We'll see it. It works for me. I guess I'm keeping to muted. Let's see. Changing my mind potentially here. What about, yeah, no, I better stick to something less loud. Whoops. Okay, so that's the front. Now, what shall we do in the middle? I could do a couple of big pieces because I'm going to sew in a signature. So we could do polka dots on one side. Yeah, let's do that. All right. Really see what the middle is here. Should have probably made this a little bit wider, but again, nothing that ink won't rescue. Okay, that's a bit too long, so let's tear off at the top, give it some perfect. Okay. suffering through a knee injury. Oh, it hasn't been fun. My husband and I went fishing, rented a cabin on one of our favorite little lakes. Did some fishing and I stepped wrong in the boat and twinged my knee. I knew exactly when I did it. But has it ever gotten bad? This was back in May. And it's progressively getting worse and worse. So finally made a doctor appointment. Hopefully it's not too serious. Okay, so that's that. I like that. We'll do maybe this one. Not the most colorful, but that's okay because we can make all like tags and whatnot that I plan to make yet. Add more color. Don't like it when it rips like that. I'm going to have to cut this piece here because don't want it to be too wide. I think I still have to cut it a bit. And it's hard to see the middle when you're working with white. Okay. Actually, I should be using this side. Oh well. Silly me. Once you start gluing, you've committed. Okay. Now I want to make the back, keep some of this pattern going at the back. Now I like this times here, so we're going to use that, definitely. And I like the flower too. Okay, but I don't want it all to be, we're going to probably have to not use that right there. It's so thick, this paper, it's hard to tear. Okay, so I like that. I think I will use the back side. Not sure. I think it's because this needs to not be such a straight. Okay, let's see. Let's maybe use, I like the contrast to that. Oh, yes, definitely do. definitely use this. And get rid of these little pieces before they become a problem. Okay, let's see. How am I going to do this now? See, I've got too much going in one direction. So, okay, let's do this. That'll work, and have one more now, one more pattern of something. Or maybe do this. Okay, we're going to use the ribbon. Sorry for the loud noises. Okay, this makes more sense here. Let's try this. I don't know. I'm just not feeling it at the moment. Not feeling it at the moment. Maybe go back to the polka dot idea. Here we're not supposed to do much thinking, and here we are doing too much thinking. Okay, let's try this. Okay, now I don't mind that, so I wish that, let's see here. That works, actually. Okay, let's try that. Let's do this. I am not very chatty today. So guys, sorry about that. I guess this is just a craft along with me, but not very exciting. Maybe some of you just want to grab your envelopes and start tearing up paper. Glue it alongside with me. Book pages, all kinds of different pages work. You don't have to have printables. Definitely don't have to have printables. I'm just using them because they have to get used up. In fact, I love book pages. Who doesn't? Maybe we'll use this piece. Yeah, I like that. But this has just got to go. So I took a friend for surgery on Monday. He had a detached retina, has a detached retina. He had it in one eye 2 years ago, and he had surgery, and this is his other eye now. So not very fun for him, having to go through this again. But it looks like the surgery went well. But the eye is very, very delicate. Scary stuff. Okay, let's tear this off. Give this a bit more glue here. All right. I actually like that as well. Okay, sorry, all this junk in here. Get rid of here. All right, so I'm going to do some inking with my quick inker. My piece of paper, where did I put it? Oh, here it is. Okay, so I'm just going to ink quickly around various edges. It's important to get the corners, otherwise they start to pop up. Okay. I'm going to get this piece here too. Okay, there we go. Fun, fun, fun. Stand up here. So there's the front. I might do something different with that little strip yet inside, which I'm going to have a big cluster of papers sewn in there. And this is the back. I kind of like the front better than, or the back better than the front. But that's because I don't like that piece. So I must deal with that. Yeah, I'm gonna do this piece, I think. I think so. Okay, we'll fix this really quickly. I'll just give this one a little bit of an ink job on the side. Okay, yeah, see, I feel like there's, okay, this sort of wraps it up a little bit better. There needed to just be a bit of continuity, I think. Tear this up, or I'm going to rough the edge here a bit. All right. Kind of like that better. Okay. Now what I want to do quickly is make a journal card to slip in the first pocket. It's a nice big pocket. See, there's also a pocket at the back here. So that's the fun with, that's why I like working with envelopes, different style envelopes. You can just make them into all kinds of fun. Now, one of these is going to be a journaling card. Probably this one, because I like these. I like the script on these. I could do the carte postale. I think we're going to do the black. A lot of black, that's okay. I want to see if because I'm going to give it a pull tab. I don't want it to come out too far. Let's see if this works. Okay, that'll work. And I want it to be the whole, almost the size of the hole, like the space of the envelope, because I want to give as much writing options as I can. Now let's see how far up the glue went. Nope, got to do a little bit shorter than that. And I am going to, no, a little bit more. I don't like to fight. I like it to slip in and out really quite easily. Let's see. Yeah, this will do. Okay, so now what I want to do is put this on a piece of file folder. My hands are getting all black from the... I had just printed this piece of paper off, so it's like the ink is a bit wet still. Sorry, I know this glue makes a bit of noise. All right. Pinning my glue here. Okay, let's get it up. You know what, I think I'm going to give it a little bit of... No, I'll cut it right off here. You can see I'm going to have to glue the corner down. Now, normally I would be leaving a tab here, but it won't fit, I don't think, if I do that. No, so I'm going to cut this off. And that's okay, because I'm going to put my own tab on it anyway. Okay, let's move this out of the way. And I'm going to round the edges, I think. That needs to be glued down a bit better than that. Okay, I'm going to do that then. Glue it a bit better. Okay, or maybe it's, yeah, it's all right now that I rounded the edges. All right. Might as well give it a little bit of ink quickly. Just doing it off camera here, guys. Okay. I like it. I like these stamp images on this. Make sure it's fit. Okay, it's going to fit beautifully. Oh, and I like how that looks too. That is coming along. Okay, so I'm going to use a whale tail. I've got a drawer full, but I want to do a script pull tab, and I feel like it's going to be one of these images right here to add some continuity. Okay. All right, so I'm going to one. I'm going to glue them together. Actually, I'm going to give it 2. That's what I'm going to do. Okay. Whoopsie. Let's see what this is going to end up looking like. I'll probably give it a bit of ink as well. I like that. And I think I'm going to do one more thing. Okay, this is kind of cute. I like it. I'm liking it. But there's going to be, of course, one more thing here that I just can't help but do. And the question is, will I do black? Yes, I shall do black. See how many eyelets I have here? All of these I've found at 2 different times bags full of eyelets at thrift stores. Now they're not cheap in you know, at Michael's or whatever. I have bought them before there, but I like to find them for free if I can. Okay, let's see what happens here. Let's take the card out. And I use a lot of I work a lot with the eyelets. I think some of you will have noticed that. Okay. One. See what you can do when you don't have a plan and you just start working with paper. Oh my goodness, it's so much fun. And of course the back, I'll give it a bit of ink as well, but the back is a nice size journaling card. So we're going to have one in the front, and we're going to have a journaling card at the back as well. Okay, so I'm not sure yet. I feel like I should do a little bit more on that, but oh my goodness, I'm kind of liking this, you guys. I'm kind of liking this. Come out, come out, come out. Things are a little stiff at the moment here, okay? It's kind of cute. Oh my goodness. This is weird. Like I don't know what I'll do with the inside yet. I'm going to probably cover it up differently. I don't really like those 2 patterns, but that's okay. I'll do that another day. And I'm really liking the eyelets on this journaling card. So today that's all I'm going to do. I have to now go and do some baking. I haven't done that for a little while, and I need to catch up on that too. So I'm thankful that you guys stopped by. I appreciate it, and I hope that this has inspired you to grab some of your junk mail and put something together. Just start playing. I think what I'll do is, oh wait, let's see. Oh yeah, that's too big. So we won't be using these, which I wasn't going to anyway. But I'm going to make, put together a signature, sew it in as well, change the inside, and then maybe I'll sew it in with you guys, actually. I'll get my signature ready, to be sewed in, and we'll do that together on video, and we'll make a card for the back, and we will have completed this. Okay, have a nice day, guys. Maybe we'll see you Friday.